It's more than just a show. It's community. It's the Stillwater Morning Scramble with Steve Daniels on the Triple Play Sports Radio Network.
Stillwater's Morning Scramble. Glad to have you here. 8:48. Our show brought to you by our great friends at Simmons Bank, and Amy Dzialowski is in. I had pressure that time.
No, because you did so good the first time.
Well, you bragged the first time, so it's like, I'm going to drop the ball the second.
Amazing.
Anyway, welcome.
Thank you.
And your real life job.
My real life job, yeah. So my real life job, I'm an urban planner, and I do a lot with redevelopment. So blighted properties or parts of towns that are underutilized. That's kind of my passion.
You travel the whole country?
I do, actually. I'm headed out this afternoon. I'll be in Omaha, and I just got back from Sacramento, California. So I just work with all of our offices and then just communities all over the country, helping them find grant money, find partners, build partnerships, and then just kind of work through some of the issues of redeveloping parts of their downtown.
Speaking of grants,
yeah,
that's what we're here to talk about today.
That's right.
And are you the sponsor for SMAC?
Well, so we were last year's beneficiary for SMAC. So, but this year they've got a new one. So technically, our time with SMAC is over. But Maya's Promise. So I'm involved with Maya's Promise, which is a local nonprofit here in town that helps kids with special needs. And we worked with SMAC this last year to raise money for an inclusive playground at Strickland Park. So.
And the amount always now before. I think we had the SMAC kids on again this year, I think.
Yes.
And you were in with them. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yes.
But we've had them in like the last 3 or 4 years. And before they were raising $125,000 and like $150,000, and I think the last couple of years $170,000. This year they raised
$200,000.
That's silly good.
It is silly good. They do their big reveal in the gymnasium at the high school at this rave that they have, and I said, "Can I go? Am I too old to go to the rave? I want to see them reveal their number."
Did you know how much it was?
I knew how much it was, but I wanted to see. So they have, each kid has a number up there, and they raise it up, and it was just so exciting. They were, I think, a little anxious when they were seeing all the zeros because they start at that side of the number, and so they were like, "Oh, it's either really good or not good." So it was fun to see them just get so excited and to just realize that accomplishment that they just...
Okay, did you get so greedy at the end or so optimistic that when they put up the $200,000 you were saying, is it going to be $2 million?
No, my goodness, that would have been amazing. But it's a pop-up nonprofit basically that they do, and so the fact that they can raise the amount of money that they do and the work that they put into that is just... It's just overwhelming almost to be involved.
It really
is
impressive.
I mean, it's so impressive. So and they put so much pressure on themselves. That was one thing I kept telling them all through the year. It doesn't matter. That number at the end, I know you guys are working so hard for. At some point they will hit a a maximum, but just the awareness that they bring to the nonprofit that they're working with, just the work that they do on behalf of that nonprofit throughout the years, it's amazing.
Tell us what we're here to talk about with the State Farm.
Yes. So while we were working with SMAC and kind of focusing on funding and all the partnerships that are going into improving Strickland Park and building that inclusive playground, the city has a community development block grant that they had already committed to the inclusive playground. So in phase 1, the city has, I think it's $212,000 of community development block grant funds, and then the SMAC funds will come in and build additional park and playground space. But while we were going through all that, and playground equipment's so expensive and building this new park is so expensive, so every dollar is important, but we had applied for a State Farm Neighborhood Assist Grant. And what it is they have one day, I think it was, can't even remember when I did it, maybe one day in June, where you put in an online application, and they only allow 2,000, they accept 2,000 nationwide, 2,000 applications. And then State Farm narrows that 2,000 application pool down to 200. And we were just notified last week that we're in that top 200.
So we're down to 200 now.
We're down to
but
200.
There's a next step that we have to take.
Next step. all of Stillwater and everybody that's a U.S. citizen actually can vote. To get to the top 40, which receive $25,000 worth of funding, we've got to have online votes. So voting starts tomorrow, August 14th, and runs through August 23rd. And we need, the whole community up and running, ready to go.
You have until a week from Friday then.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So, and you can vote 10 times a day from every email account in your household. So I think with my kids and work, and I think we have 7 emails in our house, so we can vote 70 times a day from our household. So we need all of Stillwater and everybody to get that out there and vote with us.
Tell us about it. What's the site again if they need to go to?
Oh, sure. So hold on. I had it pulled up. It is... so it's neighborhoodassist.com/entry, and then our number is 202-3592. So if you enter neighborhoodassist.com/entry/202-3592, that will get you to our application, so you can read more about what the project will fund, and then you'll go. And all State Farm asks, you just enter your email address. They don't ask for any other additional information. That's all it is. You just have to click and enter your email.
Very good. Tell us about the park.
Yes. So it's so exciting. So this particular grant that we are asking for from State Farm, we worked so hard with the city and with SMAC to kind of figure out what we could get accomplished with the $400,000+ that we had. And we will have an all turf surface so that it's safe for kids that aren't so steady on their feet and for wheelchairs. So it'll be kind of that artificial grass surface. And then we've got a big piece of play equipment that's coming in with ramps and different sensory areas, and it's all accessible to all kinds of children with all kinds of abilities and all kinds of needs. And
is this modeled after a park in particular?
No. So we had the opportunity to work with a playground equipment manufacturer and kind of design our own playground equipment. So we chose the different slides that we wanted, and we chose the different sensory areas that we wanted. We chose the colors and all of that. So, and we've worked with an architect throughout this process to make sure that it wasn't just us flipping through a catalog, right. Finding things we liked. So, but we'll have that big piece of play equipment, and then we'll also have other pod areas. It's just been such an amazing community collaboration. We've got the Rotary Club here in Stillwater is funding a swing for us. And then we've got the city coming in with all kinds of, they're donating labor, and we're finding different materials. If we can make it work, we might be using the old bricks from 9th Street that used to pave 9th Street.
Oh, really?
We might be paving a small area, a circle area.
You are getting
gathering
creative
space.
here. Yeah.
We are trying so hard. The whole theme of the park is about connecting, and I love the idea of connecting to all the different parts of our community, but also connecting to our past and connecting to families that may have different challenges than your family. It's really, hopefully, will be a gathering and connection place for our entire community.
What is equally amazing is the fact that the Wonderorium is probably going to be right there.
They are, and I know that's one of the things as they were looking around and trying to make a final decision about where to go. I think having the new outdoor space at Strickland so close was one of the things that was a deciding factor for them. So
it looks perfect, and Gay will be in with us, by the way, tomorrow morning.
Yes,
Dr. Gay Washington.
Yes. So, and I think she was really excited about the idea
Yeah.
of having some outdoor space so close to the museum.
Let's see. I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any better.
I know. It's just so exciting.
So, again, they can go and get that link, I think, probably, right, that we're talking about here?
They can, yes. Yeah. So, again...
And you've put stuff on your Twitter account?
I've got stuff on my Twitter, yes. Facebook, if you follow Maya's Promise on Facebook, the city put out a news release, so you can find it on the city's website. I know Visit Stillwater has been really supporting and helping us a lot, getting the word out. So you will probably be blanketed on social media platforms asking you to vote for the State Farm grant. But
that sounds good.
Yeah.
And you may even hear this interview again. So.
Good.
It's more than just a show. It's community. It's the Stillwater Morning Scramble with Steve Daniels on the Triple Play Sports Radio Network.